John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara were two legends of the silver screen and worked together numerous times over the years. But rumors also always persisted that they were more than co-workers and friends. Now, O'Hara's grandson has peeled away some of the mystery regarding the pair. In this video, we'll take a look at what he said, as well as take a look at Maureen's illustrious career, as well as John Wayne's string of marriages. Join Facts First as we present Maureen O'Hara's grandson confirms the John Wayne rumors. Maureen and John. John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara are two of Hollywood's most iconic figures, and their off-screen and on-screen camaraderie has been well documented. The duo, known for their dynamic chemistry, acted in several films together and maintained a deep friendship that lasted until Wayne's death in 1979. Their on-screen partnership began in the 1940s, and they quickly became one of Hollywood's favorite on-screen couples. Some of the most notable films they starred in together include Rio Grande in 1950. This was the first time they worked together under the direction of John Ford. The Quiet Man, 1952. Perhaps their most beloved collaboration, this romantic comedy set in Ireland, again directed by Ford, showcased their chemistry to the fullest. McClintock, 1963, a comedic western that displayed their impeccable on-screen rapport. Big Jake, 1971, one of their later collaborations set in the early 20th century. Their off-screen bond was just as deep. They shared mutual respect and admiration, evident in their interactions during interviews and public appearances. O'Hara often mentioned that she considered Wayne one of her best friends. They supported each other during good times and bad, and their families were also closely knit. Maureen once remarked, "He was the big brother I never had. I loved him and he loved me. We were the greatest of friends." The Wayne-O'Hara collaboration represents one of the most enduring and endearing in Hollywood history. Their films are often noted not just for the storylines, but for the very palpable chemistry and genuine fondness they shared. Even today, their films remain popular, a testament to the timeless nature of their on-screen magic. When John Wayne passed away in 1979, Maureen O'Hara was devastated by the loss of her dear friend. In fact, O'Hara's grandson, Connor Beau Fitzsimmons, told Closer Weekly that it was the only time he ever saw O'Hara cry. Connor said, quote, "She didn't really cry when her husband died, but when Duke died, she cried." Their friendship stands as a testament to the kind of enduring bonds that can be formed in the often fickle world of Hollywood. O'Hara continued to honor Wayne's memory throughout her own life, always speaking of him with great affection and admiration until her own passing in 2015. Was there a romance? John and Maureen were two of Hollywood's most charismatic stars, and it's not entirely surprising that rumors swirled regarding a potential off-screen romance. Their collaborations in movies like The Quiet Man showcased an undeniable spark, which led many to speculate about the nature of the relationship. But both Wayne and O'Hara consistently denied any romantic involvement. They often emphasized the platonic, sibling-like bond they shared. It's also worth noting that both Wayne and O'Hara had their own separate personal lives and relationships outside of their work together. Hollywood has a long history of sparking romance rumors when two stars have good on-screen chemistry, often as a part of the film or the natural result of public fascination. In the case of Wayne and O'Hara, their repeated collaborations and evident fondness for each other made them prime candidates for such rumors. But in that same interview with Closer Weekly, O'Hara's grandson Connor told a different story. According to him, the two did in fact have at least some version of a romance. He said in the interview, quote, "I know they did at one point, but she was way too strong for him." He added, "They would never have been a good couple." So clearly at least one member of O'Hara's family is willing to concede that there was at least something of a romance between the two legendary stars. Though in fairness, it seems unlikely this was something Connor witnessed himself, so it could also be a rumor he believed as well. Maureen's career highlights. Maureen was dubbed the Queen of Technicolor due to her radiant beauty and frequent appearances in color films. She was one of the most celebrated actresses of Hollywood's golden age. Born in Dublin in 1920, she had a film career that spanned almost 6 decades. Here are some of the highlights from their career. Her breakthrough role in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Maureen's role as Esmeralda opposite Charles Laughton's Quasimodo marked her breakthrough in Hollywood. It was her first major film in 1939 and showcased her beauty and acting prowess to the world. Her collaboration with John Ford. Maureen had a fruitful professional relationship with the legendary director. The most notable of their collaborations is The Quiet Man. She starred in a series of swashbuckling and adventure films in the 40s and 50s, such as The Black Swan with Tyrone Power and Sinbad the Sailor with Douglas Fairbanks Jr. She showcased her versatility, appearing in westerns and comedies, films like McClintock and Miracle on 34th Street. This film remains one of the most beloved holiday movies of all time. After a hiatus from film, Maureen O'Hara returned to the screen in Only the Lonely in 1991, playing the overbearing mother to John Candy's character. Her performance was acclaimed, showcasing her timeless talent. She was awarded an honorary Academy Award in 2014. John's marriages. Beyond his alleged relationship with Maureen O'Hara, John Wayne also had 3 marriages. He married Josephine Sands on June 24, 1933. The marriage lasted about 7 years without too many issues, but in 1940 things changed. Josephine discovered John was having an affair with Marlene Dietrich. He was filming a movie with her at the time, and the two began a relationship on set. They got divorced in 1945. Though if John was upset about the divorce, he had a hard time showing it because he married another woman in less than a month. After meeting and falling for a woman named Esperanza Bauer, John married her 3 weeks after his divorce was finalized. Esperanza went by the nickname Chata, and Wayne and Chata got married at the Unity Presbyterian Church of Long Beach. This was notable because it's the same church where Wayne's mother got remarried. Things between John and Chata went sour pretty steadily. After honeymooning, the pair returned to LA and bought a house in Van Nuys, California. On Chata's insistence, they set up an extra bedroom for her mother to live in. This immediately caused issues in their relationship. Reportedly, Wayne grew more and more frustrated with the situation, saying Chata and her mother were constantly speaking only Spanish. He said not only that, but Chata and her mom would commonly take up their marital bed, forcing John to sleep on a living room couch. The two finally divorced in 1954, but Wayne wasted no time in marrying another woman. He met Pilar Paulette and married her in late '54, while the ink on his divorce from Chata was still drying. But reportedly their marriage was a happy one to begin with and didn't suffer from the relatively immediate tumult that his first 2 marriages had. John was diagnosed with late-stage lung cancer in 1964. Sadly, he had to have his left lung removed, as well as 4 of his ribs. This illness no doubt put a strain on their marriage, but they managed to stick it out through John's illness and subsequent recovery. But by the time the 70s rolled around, the two were having issues. John reacted by devoting more and more time to his work, and by 1973, they were officially separated. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know that Maureen O'Hara's grandson essentially confirmed the rumors that O'Hara and John Wayne had a romantic relationship? Let us know in the comments section below.